What's up, you goombras? Today we just let our glimbooze reef. You feel me? If you don't feel me, it's probably for the best. Today the peeps talk about where responsibility of reality TV creators lie, how we got ourselves in the big boy realm, and why we sometimes have difficulty remembering talking points.
What's up, people? It's Totally Unscripted podcast with me, Jay Lane. Unscripted. I said it. It's been a while since I said that.
Technically, it is. I mean, not wrong.
Technically, it is. So, first things first. I'm Jay. I'm with Zach here again.
Yep.
The man with no name, no last name.
The man, no last name.
Yes.
Well, it says Jay, but whatever.
Yeah. So, and it may sound a little bit different today because we're doing it remotely, online.
Yep. The question is that for a specific purpose? Like maybe we're gonna have someone on next week.
Yes, exactly. So we're actually doing this as a preliminary test to test one, how good it is, and two, because we can have guests much easier because the people that are interested in coming on, they don't live next to us anymore. Do they?
They never did.
No,
really.
They never did. Really, no. not since we've been doing the podcast, anyway. And
it's funny though.
Yeah,
I'm shocked that it's actually going so well. My internet is renowned for being quite
AIDS.
Turds. Yeah, that AIDS will do.
Yeah.
It
is renowned for a bit. That's what you get if you decide to buy BT internet.
I did decide it.
I know he lives in.
Decided for me.
Yeah, he lives in a mansion in the sticks. They got no BT
in the sticks. Fuck off! I'm like 5 minutes from you.
But we have no you write, I write today. I write, you write. Because of Zach, because he's a noob.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I've actually written mine. Do you want to discuss yours?
I fucked up. I didn't have time because I'm a busy boy. Busy being amazing. But
quite.
We do have a lot of other shizzle to discuss, really, don't we?
There is a consistent issue with us, though. I will say.
Hit me.
In that we will discuss stuff.
He's fucking tired already. This is
It's like 5 minutes to bedtime. You know what I mean? Currently 7 p.m. What we tend to do is we make the talk with our mouths, right? But we do it when we're not on microphone.
Yes.
On air, live recording, whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
Right. And it means that we'll stop talking midway through our conversations. Be like, nah, let's save it for the pod.
Yeah.
Let's save it for the pod.
Yeah.
And then we do a week of that, and then we forget almost everything that we're supposed to talk about on the pod. Which is, I don't know, there's an issue with that we kind of probably need to fix.
Yeah, we do.
But yeah.
It's interesting because we're probably going to need, as you mentioned earlier, a Trello to keep track of all of the shit that we forget to talk about. Right?
A Trello track.
But saying that, it is more difficult now because beforehand, like we talk now more than we ever did. Even though we've known each other for a fair few years now, we talk more now than we ever did because we see each other all day and work as well.
It's very true.
You know, so it's harder to not talk. Like we literally have to not talk to each other, actively try to not speak.
Legit, it's very weird.
Yeah, we kind of like actively just try and talk about what's happening right at the second that we're talking. Now instead of like
very mindful people.
Yeah, instead of talking about other shit, really,
or very work specific stuff.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
It's not exactly prime pod fodder.
Exactly. So what we'll have to do is we will have to make a Trello thing. We already have one. We just don't.
We should use it.
Yeah, we just need to use
Is there a Trello app?
Of course, there's a Trello app.
What were we discussing at lunch today? What were we discussing? Holy shit. This is not okay.
I don't know what we were discussing.
Weights?
Yes.
Oh, we're talking about the mind space.
Yeah, that was it. Talking about the mind space of weight loss, right?
Or headspace, whatever you want to fucking call it at this point.
Yeah. So, guys, when it comes to losing weight, we have discovered over our brief history of weight loss, and tracking weight loss and talking about weight loss, that you kind of always need to be in the mind space of a weight loser.
Or a weight loser. Not
ya?
a weight gainer.
No, a mind space of a weight loser. Because, like, I had it, my experience with it was, as I stated before, me and Zach now work together. We have lunch most days together, unless he's betraying me for some other reason.
I'm not the one who betrays people, but sure.
So
carry on.
And we have this crossroads, legitimately, crossroads at the end of our road. One way, one way goes to Co-op, the other way goes to McDonald's,
and Burger King,
and KFC, and
yep.
So basically, we'd get to this crossroad, and I'd always say, "So where are we going?" And then Zach would go, he'd either go McDonald's, or he'd usually go, "I know, where do you want to go?" Because he already knows my answer. He just don't want to say it himself.
Well, it's not fair to put it on me, you know. I know. I feel like I always have to be the bigger person.
Oh yeah.
Or I guess be the person who wants to be not the bigger person.
Yes, who wants to be. You want to be better.
The less weighing person.
Yeah.
So not the bigger person technically.
Yes. Yeah, and we were taking the terrible path more often than not, like 95% of the time.
Tell the good people how many
right,
McDonald's bags
right.
Hang on, let me get a drink. Hang on.
Okay. Well, you just let it out.
What?
You just edit it out.
I'm not going to edit this out.
Yes, you are.
I like it raw, my friend. That came out of context.
Just hear his girlfriend scream. What the fuck did you just say?
I enjoy things unedited.
But, right. So, recently, I had to borrow my father's car, right? And I borrowed it for a 3-week period, right? And in that 3-week period, I accumulated empty bags of takeaways and McDonald's, specifically McDonald's bags and Burger King bags, occasional Burger King bag as well, right?
You didn't tell me about the occasional Burger King bag,
right? So, and bear in mind, occasionally, me and Zach would, put our arms out the window and chuck the bag in a bin, right? But
I feel like you're actively trying to backpedal.
Yeah, but most of the time, it would just get chucked on the back seat and it would fall down the back seat and then just stay there until oblivion. But obviously, I had to give my dad back his car, so I asked my girlfriend, foolishly, if she could give my dad's car a bit of a spring clean on the inside, and then after I'd go and clean it on the outside. And she did, and then she came in and she was like, "Oh my God, Jay, no wonder you're putting on weight." And I was like, "What?" And it was like 18 bags.
18 in 3 weeks?
In 3 weeks. It's like 18 bags.
Almost,
and we chucked some away.
Exactly, that's almost one a day.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure one of those weeks we went to McDonald's every day. Every single lunchtime.
If we... let's say we chuck 3 away. That's 21. So that's 1 per day. That is 1 per day. How bad is that?
It's just terrible. And I was just like, oh my God. And then that was like a big gutting one for me. I was like, shit, you're right. That is fucking bad, man.
That's bad.
And then I think it was like the day or the day after, I decided that I was going to get back on a wagon. I got in the car. Zach got in the car. We drove down. We got to the crossroad. And we went to Co-op, man.
Do you get to Co-op?
And it was like mind space initiated. And since then, I've been cool as beans, mate. Cool as beans.
It's very, very, very weird. You have to, because I feel like we both tried, especially, I know I definitely have, since maybe January, even before January, right? Just to try and get back on the wagon. And you keep trying. You have like a day that's really good, and the next day you go fucking crazy.
Well, I was fully up for it for the end of December, because that's when I filmed the very last video that was on Jay's Creations channel, saying it's time, bang, let's go. No, I fucked it up like immediately.
I don't even remember that bit.
Then I fucked it up just like immediately. I think I went and had a KFC like literally the next day.
Jesus,
yeah.
It's because I definitely had at least 7 attempts from mid-December to mid-February.
Yeah,
at least 7 attempts. It was like 7 days where I was just like, okay, diet's perfectly on point. That's fine. Great. Let's keep this rolling. And it just didn't work. It just didn't happen.
Do you know what? Yeah. And I think it's the mind space, man. You got to be in it. So for all you listeners that are like, I keep trying to diet and I don't. Just don't feel bad about those failed attempts, because it happens. As you just said, you'd have 7 of them. You know what I mean? I don't even know how many times I failed before because that was the first time in my life where I've actively lost weight when I'm trying to lose weight. Like I've lost weight. I've lost weight before with the burger and chips, right? But I wasn't actively trying to lose weight.
For those that don't know, what is the burger and chips?
Oh, right. So when I was in uni,
tell the boys of why
first
they
went to uni.
Their diet.
All right, let's start at the beginning. On August 3rd, 1990, Jay Lane was born. Right, no, but not that far back. But,
shit, you old man.
I know, fuck. But basically, I went to university, and the very first evening, it wasn't the first evening. It was the morning of the day after we moved in, right? Morning of the first morning that we moved in. I walked downstairs. I opened the fridge. I nearly cried. I then shouted. It'll explain itself. I then shouted up to my mate who I live with at the time. He come running down. He moved in the same day as me. And he's like, what? And I was like, mate, what the fuck is going on? And he was just like, what are you talking about? And I was like, there's fucking no food in the fridge. And he was like, of course there's no food in the fridge. We ain't gone fucking shopping. And I was like, oh shit. And honestly, I was like 21 at the time, and it was the first time I realised that fridges don't magically fill themselves. Right? Someone actually actively got to do that. You know? So I was like, fuck, man. And I just looked at him and I was like, I am not going shopping, mate. I was like, I am not. I refuse. Right? So we ended up, that was the very first time I ever got shopping delivered. So we found like an Asda. I got a shop delivered. It was like the worst shop ever. Like when someone has never shopped before, then gets their week's worth of shopping. It was like I bought stuff like I like to eat, but I forgot that I don't like to cook. So like, it's nice to eat. It's nice to eat, but it's not what you want to do all the time.
Like what?
Like I bought like barbecued ribs, and like just stupid shit like pasta. Like I never even cooked pasta.
What's wrong with pasta?
I'd never cooked it before. So I was just like,
that's freaking me out.
Yeah, so I'd hardly cook, you know? So I was just like, oh shit. And then one day I was like, I can't be fucked cook. Let's just go down to this burger house, which was literally like, if I walked out of my house and I walked for less than 30 seconds, I stood at the front door of this burger place, right? So I go in there, I buy a burger and chips, yeah? It is really nice burger, really nice chips, yeah? So the next day comes along, I'm like, I can't be fucked cook. So I just walk down there. I just walk down there and I get a burger and chips. The next day comes along, it happens again, right? So, but because my laziness also won't let me cook. And I didn't buy any food. I hadn't bought any food. I couldn't snack either. So at 6 o'clock every single day, Paul would walk down to Picante Pizza or the shop. He'd always go to the shop. Yeah, my friend. He'd always go to the shop because he's a person that only drinks like bulk beverages. He'll only drink like Coke or something like that. He won't go downstairs and just have a glass of water. So every single day, he'd have to go and get more liquid from the shop. So what I do is I'd ring up Picante Pizza, who now know me by first name basis, right? And just be like, at 6 o'clock, my mate's going to come down and collect my burger and chips, right? So he'd go down, get the burger and chips, get his drink, bring it back up, give him my dinner every single day for about 3-4 months, right? Wow. So I had just a burger and chips every single day for 3 to 4 months. And after the first month, I realised that I dropped like 1.5 stone, something like that.
Right.
And I was just like, what the hell? I was like, this is like real life Supersize Me, but like in reverse. Because like that guy actually put on weight. And I'm just not putting on weight. And at that time, the lack of vitamins and stuff hadn't quite gripped my body yet. So I was still feeling like myself, but I was losing weight. So that then added to me going, well, I don't need to change what I'm doing. Like, you know what I mean?
Just keep going.
Yeah, and then I carried on for like a month, maybe 2 after. And then I started waking up more tired than I was when I went to sleep.
Yeah,
I was
not
like
surprising.
really pale. I literally like couldn't go to university because I was just knackered. Absolutely knackered all the time. My girlfriend she got me like, because like she tried to talk me out of it. But like I was just like, nah, I'm losing too much weight now. I'm like, nah, I can feel like death. That don't bother me as long as I lose weight. And and she like bought me like multivits, you know, try and just get me some kind of healthy stuff into me.
Yeah,
but it just couldn't. And then like I went to the doctors about it because I got like it just sounds so stupid now. It's like, why did you go to the doctors, Jake? You knew the fucking answer. You knew what the problem was. But I like went to the doctors and I was just like, look, I can't wake up in the morning. Like I'm tired all the time. And they asked me what I ate and I told them and they just kind of looked at me like, you fucking idiot. And basically like, my doctor was like, if you keep doing this for like another month, you're like gonna die. They're like, you are going to die. And I was just like, oh shit. So then I had to stop. And it was so funny because it took like a month. It took like 2 months for me to start feeling the bad parts of what I was doing. About 2 months.
Yeah.
I probably would have saw it a lot sooner if I had a more active lifestyle. But it took me about 2 months to figure it out. But literally it took maybe 4 days for me to feel much better after changing my diet just back to normal food. It was like immediate. Like, because
define normal food.
Like just cooking food, because we'd start at like, you know, cooking frozen food or having spaghetti bolognese, you know, eating more than once a day, you know, and drinking other things other than full fat Coke.
I mean, I would argue eating more than once a day doesn't do shit for you. Just saying.
But,
just because,
yeah,
you know.
But yeah. So, but like literally, the immediate thing was I went to sleep one night. I woke up and I wasn't tired. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you know what I mean? Like I could sleep for 12 hours, and I'd only get up because I wanted to play a game on my PC or something. Like my body was just so naturally tired that I could just sleep. Just wake up and go, oh, it's been 12 hours. I'm still tired. And then just go back and sleep for another 12 hours.
As someone who has suffered with insomnia, I envy that.
Trust me, you wouldn't have envied it. Trust me. Because you get no relief from the level. So you literally just, quite literally, sleeping your life away. And it's just, yeah. But yeah, that was it. But that was the last time I lost a lot of weight, because I ended up losing like 2.5 stone through doing that.
Yeah.
Before I
How much
stopped.
did you lose the last try before this current try?
3 stone and 2 pounds.
I don't know what the fuck that is in normal people.
in normal people. Do you want me to work it out for you? Do you want me to work it
Yeah,
out?
wait, no, wait. You work it out. I'll try and work it out in my head. So 3 stone. Did you say
Yeah, so
14 pounds per stone? So 24 kilos. 'Cause I'm
9.
doing the.
Whoa, that's wrong. That is wrong.
Wait, 3
So
stone. What?
3
Sorry?
times 14 pounds per stone gives you
Yeah.
42 pounds. Divided by 2.2, 19 kilograms.
Is that right?
Yep.
Did you do the
It's
quick
actually
maths on
more
that
than
one?
that though, because I can remember telling you that I hit the 20 kilogram mark. Remember? Because I said because it was
Yeah.
because your sister she lost 20 kilograms. Remember?
Yeah.
She told us on the pod, and I was like, I'm close to losing that amount, and then I did actually hit that amount. But yeah,
God.
because when I stopped,
Fact that
I
I
was
actually lose that
two.
much.
When I was at my smallest, I was 20
Mm.
stone and 2 pounds. And I remember telling you I'm 2 pound away from being the lightest I can remember ever being, which was 20 stone,
Wow.
and then fucked it right up. You know,
I think you should have gotten more.
for the people that have never
From-
seen me, I'm a big boy. I'm a 6'5" boy. So my 20 stone is a little
He's a
bit
very tall
different than
boy.
the average 20 stone person.
My 20 stone would look very, very different.
Because I think when I tell people that, they expect me to walk through the door and be like a blob. When I say it,
Wait,
like,
you?
you know,
No, yeah. You told me how much 20 stone was in kg. How much was that? Not 20 stone. How much I am in stone? Sorry.
oh, you're 15 and a half stone.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
Yeah, so
15
I would
stone.
look-
You're 15 stone and 6.5 pounds, I believe. Or you were, because you've lost 3 kilograms since then, haven't you?
No more.
No,
3,
you
5,
told me you lost 3
point-
kilograms.
2.3 kilograms.
2.3 kilograms. So, like, you've lost, like, 5 pounds, effectively. So you'll be basically 15 stone now.
I'll allow it.
I'll allow it.
I don't know.
Is this the heaviest you've been ever?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Ever
'Cause
in
obviously-
my entire
Because
life,
obviously
heaviest ever.
you were a chubby boy, but you nowhere near as tall as you were. That you
Exactly,
are now.
yeah. So it was probably like my overweight as a chubby boy
Yeah.
is probably my goal weight now.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah. So this is the heaviest you've ever been in your entire existence.
Ever been in my entire life.
Yeah.
My
Wow.
entire life.
Wow. I know. I feel sad because I'm literally, well, hopefully I'm not now, but when I weighed, obviously, I was 2 pound less than I was when I started the original journey of a fat man.
Yes.
Yeah, because I was
You're
23.
2 pounds less.
2 pounds less, yeah.
2 pound less and water weight, mind you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm interested to see, because obviously I do bi-weekly weighs now.
Yep.
So it's
Which I think is vastly different from my approach, but
yeah,
that's
which
fine.
is weigh every single day, you weirdo.
Every single
Explain
morning.
that to me.
Take it.
Explain it
You
to
wake
the
up.
viewers.
It makes you look forward to the morning. You wake up, shake out the cobwebs, you put your feet firmly on the ground, you walk to the bathroom, you take a shit. That's what you do.
I can't shit
right?
in the morning, but carry on.
That hurts me. So you wake up, you take a shit, right? Now you're either wiping dry paper or you're wiping baby wipes. I don't care what you're doing. I don't judge. Okay. So you do that, right? Maybe have a shower. But if you have a shower, you have to be careful. Especially you. You'd have to be careful.
Why? More surface area,
You
man.
got a lot of hair.
Oh,
You got a
yeah.
lot of hair.
Yeah, okay.
That's gonna add considerable poundage.
Yeah,
Especially you.
yeah.
Because
I
right
got-
now he's growing his hair for charity, so he's kind of
Yeah.
got like insanely long hair.
I do. Anime hair, as you called it earlier.
It's very much like anime hair.
Yeah.
It's very it looks very created, if that makes any sense.
Look, forged. It's forged hair.
Forged in the Isles of Babylon. Yeah, it's interesting to weigh yourself every day because you make sure that you're on track and like you can't fool yourself. If that makes any sense. So if I go now and have like a fucking Domino's pizza,
Yeah.
tomorrow I know I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna see the scale, I'm gonna be like, I fucked up. I can't escape fucking up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't just be like, oh, for the next 3 days I'll have 300 calories or something.
Yeah.
It prevents that kind of thinking because if you do that, you failed already. If that makes any sense.
Okay. How much is your daily calorie limit?
Depends. I fluctuate.
You fluctuate.
It's always below 2,000, which is my basal metabolic rate. So
Yeah.
if I would just lie in bed, the amount of calories I would burn in a day is 2,000.
2,000, yeah.
So always below 2,000. Like today, it was probably 1,200,
Yep.
1,250, something like that.
What do you have for food?
I had pasta pesto with onions, mushrooms, celery, ricotta.
This is some next level hipster fucking dinner, man, that he's describing.
It's really not that hipster at all. It takes like 10 minutes to make jokes. I didn't make it.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Which is actually leads on to my next point. But yeah, it's delicious. And I had a donut, and then I had what did I have? I had a donut and fuck.
You had
Jay,
a
what
donut and
did
a
I
fuck.
have?
But the fucking viewers don't want to know that, man.
I mean, gotta burn off those calories. I had a donut and a bag of skips.
A bag of skips.
And a banana.
If you live in England, that's called a packet of skips. But yeah.
A bag of skips.
You fucking...
Put
You're
your bags in the
European?
skip. But
Yeah.
my thing that I was gonna say to you was, you Soldier Boy be saying, so you said that the reason that you went to the burger shop, whatever it is, for a burger and chips every single day is because you were like, it's funny because you don't really like cooking.
Yeah.
But you cook every single day now.
Yes. I enjoy
Pretty
cooking
much.
now. I enjoy cooking
How?
now. But I think...
Because that's a big issue for me.
I enjoy cooking now because of the losing weight. And I'll explain that because I like to know exactly what is going in my body.
Thing is, but you don't track calories like I do.
What do you mean?
You don't track calories like I do.
What are you talking about?
Like I asked you how many calories in like utterly butterly or something, and
Yeah.
how much utterly butter you put in there, right? I was like, you said I don't know, like 100, something like that.
Yeah.
Like you didn't know exact figures. I would know exact figures, like exact figures.
Yeah, look how happy you are.
No one's like, I'd be unhappy anyway.
No,
Food does not make me more unhappy.
I do to a certain extent. Like I won't do grammage for like butter.
Grammage.
I'll do like spoonfuls because my thing has like teaspoon, so I can set it to like teaspoon or a tablespoon because I like scoop out some butter on a tablespoon.
To me, that's wholly too inaccurate.
You know, but I always do more than I think it is, not less. I always do more.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You know,
But even then, like if I get like 5 teaspoons of blah, right?
yeah,
I'm in the back of my head. I'm like, that teaspoon's a bit too big.
yeah. I'm
you
not
fat
see,
fuck.
I'm not like that because I always do more. I'll always put that they were 2. If I did 5 teaspoons, I'd put they were 5 heaped teaspoons, even if they weren't. Because then I'm always under. I'm never over.
Yeah, but then in the back of my head, I can use that as excuses. I can be like, oh, well, I had 5 heaped teaspoons. They were normal teaspoons. I can have that back.
I don't do that. I don't do that. I have more
Well,
discipline.
you're a lucky
than
boy.
that, you know, so...
Well, I think I would say I have very specific discipline.
Very specific discipline.
Like, I have the discipline to go the entire day without food.
Yeah.
And then just have one meal.
Every day, yeah.
I'm fine with doing that. When I talk to people around me, they're just like, what the fuck? Why aren't you eating? Are you okay?
It's weird.
How'd you not die?
How'd you
It's like,
not
well,
die?
I can't. I can't function without breakfast and lunch and then snacks in between. I'm a grazer, people say. And I'm like,
That's the
I
thing.
that
People do say
that
this. People say it to me.
mate.
That's why people can't understand why I do the diet like I do. With the fasting days, they're like, no, I couldn't go all day and not
That
eat something.
thing is going all day and eating every 20 minutes, every hour. That scares the shit out of me. Well, when you get to dinner time, you have no calories left.
Yeah. But they're not tracking it, are they? It's just food.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
But the thing is, some people don't track it, and it's just food, and they graze all day. They have bananas.
And they're skinny
I was
as
going to say
right.
mushrooms. That's very incorrect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a roll of the dice when it comes to metabolism, I suppose. But it's weird because they clearly don't need to track any of that,
Yeah.
and we do. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm definitely...
I wonder.
My metabolism is definitely in the toilet, I think. I think I've destroyed it.
I wonder if the reason we can fast is because we're both overweight. Because our bodies are like, yeah, that's fine. I got shit to use. It's fine. No worries.
Yeah, because
So like these skinny people that graze all day, they need to maybe because they're just like
they got
well,
no
fuck,
fat
my body's
deposits.
gonna get
They got
crazy.
no fat deposits. Yeah. Maybe.
I don't know. It's weird.
It's very strange.
Weird.
But yeah, I work in completely like what they're talking about there. They're saying like most people are like, why don't you just have like littler meals? You know what I mean? Have smaller meals. But I hate that because I'm never ever satisfied with what I eat if I have smaller meals. I'd rather have like one of my favorite meals now is baked potatoes, man. Baked potatoes, tuna, sweet corn, mayonnaise, man. And that meal is like 520 calories.
Yeah.
And it's a big meal. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
mate, that's good shit. Like, I'd rather have that one meal in that moment and be full and be happy with that food than have 3 meals a day, all miniature, and I eat them all and I go, and at the end of it, I go, I can still eat. I hate that feeling of I can still eat. That is the worst feeling after a meal ever. You know, because especially if you pay for that meal.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah, if you pay for that meal and you're like, I can still eat.
Like, especially if you're like, the food that you're eating is good, but it's a small portion. So you're like, like let's say
That's literally me every single time I go to Nando's.
So we're at a cafe and I order avocado on toast with 2 poached eggs, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, that was healthy and nutritious. I could have 7 of those. And I'm just like, I've spent £10 or £11 on something that has not filled me up.
Yeah.
And that frustrates
This is the exact
me.
reason why when I go to McDonald's, I can't just buy a meal. Just one singular meal.
Thing is, that's crazy to me because like a meal will fill me up.
Yeah, can't do it for me, man. It's at least got to be 2 meals.
Don't do it.
At least got to be 2 meals, you know?
That's
if not
crazy.
more.
Yeah. I have a question.
Hit me.
Turning on to McDonald's. So, have you had any cravings whatsoever?
No.
Like not like even like a stray thought of just like passing like a McDonald's and like,
Trying to think.
maybe.
Trying to think. Think. Yes.
Yes.
When was it?
Yes.
Can't remember what day it was. But I did go, oh, should we just go and get a takeaway or something? I said to my girlfriend, she was just like, and she just quite plainly went, no, because you ain't got no fucking money, mate. And I was like, fair. And I was like, that's fair conclusion, you know? So maybe if I wasn't broke, I would have faltered that day.
Interesting.
But
You ever thought you'd be happy to be not fiscally viable?
you know, God knows.
It's a weird one.
It's a strange one.
Is that the only time?
Yeah, it's the only one time, and that was right at the beginning.
Really?
Yeah. That was
So
right at the
since
beginning.
then, no cravings.
Since then, none. Or I've had
Weird.
none that would register on my radar and make me do anything, or even contemplate something. You know, like the only craving I had was when a work colleague fucking last week brought in banana cake, man, on my fast day. And I was like, this is just not okay. And this person, who's one of my good friends in work, also, her husband is a chef. So he
Right.
bakes these cakes, and they are always amazing.
Having sampled them from before the diet, they are very delicious.
Yeah, so I was just like, this
Every
is not
time.
And she knew it as well, to be fair to her. She looked over, and before she sent the email, she's like, I'm so sorry. She's like, I'm so sorry. She's like, I know these are your fast days. And the worst part about it wasn't actually my fast day, because she didn't know about the new plan. She still thought I was doing the old plan of Tuesday and Thursday. But I was sick on the Wednesday, so I didn't fast that day. So I had to fast on the Thursday. If I wasn't sick and I would have fasted on the Wednesday, I would have been okay, and I would have been able to have a nice big old piece of fucking banana cake, man.
Oh dear.
But no, I couldn't. That was it. Over. Game over, bro.
Game over, man. Game over.
You know?
Wait, you said
Yeah.
that you dropped 20 kg. You dropped 20 kg, and
Yes.
what was that time frame? What was that time frame?
Ooh, 6.5 months.
6.5 months.
Yes. No.
Interesting.
No. 7.5 months.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was less time than that.
No, it's 7.5 months, because I started on December the 7th, I believe.
Did you? No, but yeah, you did. But you had cheat meals, is what I'm saying.
What?
Like Christmas. Christmas was a cheat meal for you, right?
Yeah.
Or cheat day, even.
Cheat day. Yeah. It was like a cheat weekend, because Boxing Day as well, because I drank on Boxing Day.
Ah.
Yeah. So, but
how many cheat meals did you have in that space of time?
It depends. What's the definition of a cheat meal? Like,
or cheat day, whatever. Like going above your calories.
Oh.
No, I don't care about the composition of the food.
Not very often, to be perfectly honest. Because I had like a few McDonald's or something.
Yeah.
But I'd adjusted what I have at McDonald's.
You went for the chicken instead.
Yeah. I went for the chicken options to just get those, like, it's something minimal, like 200, 300 calories off of the total. But that would bring me under my daily amount. You know? So it was okay. But yeah, when it comes to like cheat meals, I had quite a few. If we're just calling bad food a cheat meal. Well, quite a few. But I don't plan to have any.
But you...
No.
Okay, so let me rephrase that then. How many times did you go over your calories?
I reckon there was a good solid 3 months straight in that run that I didn't go over a single time. And then I probably went over... I put in a ballpark of maybe like 10 or 15 times. You know?
Not bad.
Going over. But I'd force myself to make it up the next day. I'd be like, how much did I go over? That, and then I'd be like, right, I have to be below that number today. So it was like borrowing happiness from the next day, really. You know, so
it's funny. It's very different from anything related to my mindset, because I'm of the mindset that today is today. You can't barter with tomorrow.
Right.
So if I fuck up today, that changes nothing for tomorrow.
Okay.
So if I went 2,000 calories over today, I wouldn't have no food tomorrow.
No, you wouldn't, no.
And if I went 500 over, even if I went 50 over, that wouldn't change tomorrow for me.
Okay.
Because that is dangerous for me. Because then one day I can be like, you know what? I have 600 calories today. That way I can go fucking ape shit tomorrow.
Right.
And I think that's a dangerous game to play.
Yeah. I used to literally play that game because like we'd have a scheduled drink weekend where we go out for a beer. And like on a Saturday, and on the Thursday and Friday I purposely eat like 600 calories each less on both of those days.
Yeah.
So in my head I had 1,200 extra calories.
12,000?
Yeah, 1,200 extra calories to spend on pints of lager.
Lager.
You know?
How many calories in a pint of lager?
Depends on the worst one that I drink would be Stella, and it's like 330 calories a pint. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah,
and
it's
you've
not-
seen me,
it's not-
you've seen me devour alcohol. It
I
doesn't.
have.
It doesn't take long for me to be up to the 5, 6, 7 pint mark, and then the day's done.
doesn't.
You know, it's over. You're lost.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
it doesn't take much to get you to like 13 pints.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. Yeah.
How many did you drink on your birthday?
What
Was it
one?
like 21?
What one? The plough one.
The OG. The
Yeah.
OG one, yeah.
That was, I think it was about 20 pints. I had 4 shots because someone bought me some shots. I can't remember who.
I believe it was Jägermeister.
Yeah, I had 2 Jaeger bombs as well. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
The worst I've ever drank was when we had the uni house, and I bought a crate of 28 pint-sized Stellas, and I drank the whole crate.
Oh my god. Did you vomit?
No.
Have you ever vomited from drinking?
Yes, twice in my life.
Jesus.
First time was
How
like
was it?
self-inflicted because I was on. I fucking after drinking like 15 beers, I went on the trampoline. And I was so
You're
bad.
a
I was
fucking
so
idiot.
bad that time that my friend was telling me that he was going to call my dad because he had to come get me because I was like dying. He thought like they were going to have to pump my stomach. But the
Yeah, it's
thought,
weird.
yeah,
Humans are fucking resilient. Out of all the people I know that binge drink, I've never heard of a case personally that I've seen or heard
yeah,
where someone had to get their stomach pumped. And I've seen someone like vomit on the stairs, fall down that vomit again, and they were just fine the next day. They were just like,
Yeah.
I just need to fry up and good.
yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
I used to be like that in my younger years, but now, now
I've never
like
been like that for that shit.
now I sit there. To drink properly, I've got to be fully sound in my mind that this is a good night. This is going to be a good night. Like if I think it's going to be if I think it's
Sound
going to be
Will.i.am.
like, yeah, if it's going to be an average night out, like we're just having a chat
Yeah.
or something, I see no point. I see absolutely no point because I just like I'm going to feel shit tomorrow for like 6 hours. Like when I get up, like 6 straight hours. It's not fucking worth it to me.
I'm very much at the reverse.
No.
Like if it's like a night where I'm just chilling and talking to people, I'll go fucking crazy. But if it's a night where there's tons of people around, I can get away with not drinking very much.
You think you can?
I think I can. I'll have like three like whatever rum and cokes, Jack and Cokes, whatever,
Yeah.
maybe 4, and then I'll just ride that and be like, everyone else is I'm a naturally, if I want to be, I'm quite a naturally crazy person. Like I'll just do whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Not like in terms of like I'll do something illegal or something. It's like I will just say random things and start random conversation.
Yeah.
And people around me who are drunk will engage with that because they're drunk and they're like, this guy's drunk, but I'm not.
You're just crazy,
just me.
man. You gotta be
I'm
drunk.
just
You're just so
man.
crazy, man. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah. Right. So that is gonna be the end of part 1, guys. That's a long ass
But
part.
me, how long was that part?
That's a long ass part. But we will see you part 2.
Bye-bye.
Welcome back, y'all.
To the second part of the Totally Uninspired podcast, the second and final part.
It
Oh
is.
yes, I went
is.
there.
And
I made that decision.
It's the final part because he's a little tired boy. And I
I'm
didn't
a
even make
sleepy
him
boy,
come
and
over my
also-
house this time.
I know. I think that's made it worse.
Is it because you're still
I can
chilling out?
I can see my bed and I'm in pajamas. And it's like, yep.
I'm in
I could do
pajamas
that.
too, in my Superman pajamas.
You're in pajamas and a polo shirt.
Yeah, that's right.
That's not okay.
Mate, you're in a jumper, man.
That's not okay. Yeah,
This is a lot
a
more,
cozy jumper.
This is a lot more comfortable.
that.
Sleeveless. You know what I'm saying? You know, you won't see this, but we are also on webcam, just fucking around. Really,
We are. But we didn't think that you want to see that.
No.
Boys and girls.
We will eventually do a video one.
Yes.
It will happen.
It
but
will be
with nicer
significant.
cameras, because these are a bit aids, aren't they? You know
They're a
what I mean?
bit AIDS Mickey, yeah.
A bit
I
aids.
mean,
Like mine's better than yours, but
I
yours
think-
is, but mine's still.
I think,
better.
I think mine is better than yours. Yeah, you are correct.
What the fuck are you talking about, mate?
Mine is better than yours. To be fair.
No, let's be honest.
Considering it's a built-in webcam, yours is not.
Should we turn on? Should I show you what my built-in webcam looks like?
Go for it.
You know what I mean? We're just fucking around now. I think, aren't we? Is it
Think
changed?
yeah.
Is it changed?
It's
Is it changed? now?
changed it. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's worse than mine. by
No,
far.
that's what yours looks like. That's exactly what yours looks like over
No, it's
the
not.
internet.
You're incorrect. You're incorrect.
Anyway, let's talk podcast, innit?
Talk.
Talk podcast. I
podcast.
think you should just like cut that bit out.
I'm not going to do that. We both know I'm not going to do
What's
that.
wrong with you, man?
Because the people deserve to know, Jay.
The people deserve
They
to know
deserve
what.
to know everything.
They
You can't hide
You
things
guys
from people.
deserve to know everything. I'm gonna switch my camera
Everything.
back because it feels weird looking over the other direction to make it feel like you're looking the right way. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, I get you. Basically, we have a second part here because for some reason one part isn't enough.
Yes.
And I said to Jay, let's just roll it. Let's just roll it and see what happens.
Yeah.
So this is a completely experimental freestyle portion of the podcast.
I know.
Does he?
Let's
Does he
talk-
though?
Interesting that it happened today. I have a
Right.
little app on my phone called Time Hop, right?
Ew.
And it basically shows anniversaries of posting stuff, statuses I wrote 1 year ago, 4 years ago, 8 years ago, whatever.
Yeah.
I had a picture come up that I obviously sent to you of me watching one of your YouTube videos a year ago today. Was the last
Oh
time
my.
you posted any content a year
Was
ago.
it the
It was
eggs video?
Requisition me a beat.
Yeah, it's the eggs video. Yeah.
You know, I want to talk about that shit. When you sorting that shit out, bitch?
What do you mean?
When are we going to get
Please.
some content? We've got a YouTube
Please
channel
do.
to run. Funnily enough,
We do.
you know.
We do. Well, you want to steal my camera, so I don't know
You
what
still got it. I ain't got it. You got it, boy.
I'm thinking of videos to make, and then I'll make the videos,
yeah,
and then I'll no. I'm thinking videos to make. I'll make the videos. I'll edit the videos, and then they'll stay on my hard drive. Forever. Is that good? Does that help you?
He has this annoying knack of just filming stuff and then it never ever seeing the light of day.
So
Ever.
much stuff.
Much like my
Did we-
reaction video. Funny enough, it's just sad.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
sad.
I made a
The thing is, you
reaction
posted
video.
that, it just got taken down.
I made a reaction video for the channel, y'all. You'll never see it because YouTube was like, nah, mate. Copyright claim that shit.
Yeah. What was it for again?
It was for Botched, the US TV show. It was
Botched.
actually really funny as well. I watched it. And like usually I don't find myself very funny. But I'm told I'm a funny guy.
Is there anywhere else you can post it, like Vimeo?
I don't know. I don't know. I can maybe like just link it. I'll put it on the drive.
Yeah.
I'll put it on Google Drive and put a view
Yeah.
link in there, and then just put it in the
Just hide it in one of our videos.
just put it leave it in
hide
the
it.
corner.
Yeah, just hide it.
No,
Yeah.
but what I do is
I think that's-
I'll put the link to the video. Well, you will because you're posting this video, not me.
Yeah. Right.
You'll put the link to it, the Google Drive, in the description, and if you want to watch it, guys,
Yeah.
you can watch it in there and just
There
watch
you
it
go.
straight.
I
to Google
bear in
Drive.
mind I haven't seen it, so I might be in shit. Oh.
You may think it's shit, but lucky enough, because it's on Google Drive, you won't even be able to make a comment or a like or dislike. So fuck the lot of you. You know what I
Very
mean?
true.
You know, I hate people that turn off dislikes and likes on YouTube. It's like, what's the fucking point? What is the point?
Just to get information out there without being judged.
No, you don't put it out there if you don't want to be judged. That's ridiculous.
I understand the compulsion. Yeah, you can be, because they're going to judge you no matter what.
There is.
You don't need to hear
there is something I want to talk about. And it's deep.
What?
It's deep. I've been meaning to talk about it. It's football related, but has nothing to do with the actual sport, right?
Right.
There's a big thing going on at the moment because of things being highlighted in media, such as Caroline Flack, you know, because she had her issues. She got abused online. Caroline Flack, she killed herself recently. The Love Island host. We've had this conversation.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
I don't know.
It's been heavily blamed on online abuse. Heavily blamed for that way, right?
Okay.
And I watch football, right? Obviously. I'm a Manchester United fan. If any of you guys have watched Manchester United in the last 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, they're pretty shit, right? And they have a player, right, called Jesse Lingard. He gets berated, yeah? Right? Berated. Not only by opposition fans, but by home fans, calling him literally the worst fucker in the world, right?
Why?
Because he doesn't play well. He hasn't been playing well, right? So imagine, right? You're at Old Trafford, which is Manchester United Stadium, yeah?
Yeah.
80,000 people can get in that stadium. Imagine 80,000 people shouting, "You're a cunt, you're shit," blah, anything under the sun. Football fans are horrible people, right? Horrible people, right? But football players just get fucking on with it. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I
think I know where you're going with it.
Like, from my opinion, you can ignore online shit. It's quite easily ignored, right? Just uninstall the app. Like, you know what I mean?
Some people take it differently though, because the argument is people say things on the internet that they wouldn't normally say in real, and that's why it's harder for people. That's why cyberbullying patients is.
Stop fucking moving around. Can I hear you, twat?
Sorry, my leg went dead. Cyberbullying is considered worse by some people because people online won't have a filter because they can't see the consequences that their words have. So that's the argument for it being worse.
But it's like, yeah, but I don't think that is worse. Because, like, you've got a random person with no face, no name. Usually, like, it's like some made-up account with nothing on. They can't be identified in any way, right?
Yeah.
Calling you, saying, I don't know, you're one ugly fuck. Calling you some ugly bitch or whatever, right? That would mean nothing to me. That'd be like a game character calling me ugly. I couldn't give a shit. You know what I mean? I don't know them. You know?
Let me counter this. Right.
He's just walked off.
So.
Okay, can't hear you.
Hang on.
See, guys, this is
you have a YouTube channel, right?
Yes.
You have several YouTube channels at this point.
Yes.
One of which is called Jay's Card and Stuff.
Yes.
On that channel, many people leave comments.
Yes.
Right? And a lot of the time, the comments are quite positive.
Yes.
They're like, "Oh, keep up the good work. Wow, crazy pulls.
Yes.
Oh, thanks for making these really cool." Right? Now, do those comments make you feel good?
Yeah.
So, if you got the opposing comments, wouldn't they make you feel bad?
No, I just stopped doing the channel.
Yeah, but you'd stop doing it because it made you feel bad.
No, I'm not good at the job. But it would depend. It would depend on the frequency and ratio of said comments. You know?
Okay, let's say 50-50. Down the middle. Split down the middle.
I think I could battle
Stevens.
it. I believe that I could raise it with 50-50.
Yeah.
But say you get to like 70-30%. 70 bad, 30
Yeah.
good. I'm packing it in. You know?
What about the really, really good ones? What about people that are like, wow, this is amazing. You've saved my life with these cards.
I'd be
I
like,
trust in the heart of the cards and I found you.
if it was that big, I'd be like, okay, I'm going to make a members only video thing. Yeah? So if you want to watch the videos, you can. If you don't, and then it wouldn't bother me then, because the people that wouldn't be in that group and then say bad shit about me, I'd be like, well, you've only joined to do that, so your opinion doesn't matter to me at all. You know?
Yeah, but the people that are commenting on your videos, they're choosing to take their time to watch those videos, then comment negatively.
Yeah.
So you've already made what you're thinking.
That's total lies, though, because usually the people that do that don't spend the time watching the video. They log in, they view the video, pause it after 3 seconds, and leave something shitty, right? And me personally,
How do you know that?
That doesn't mean anything to me. Like it doesn't mean anything.
What makes you think that you know that?
Because otherwise, they'd meant like these people people that watch a video and have a problem with it, yeah, will usually, if you look at the comments, they will cite specific things you said or did within the video, and be like, I don't agree with that for X. You know, you're a prick because you think this. But then you see other comments and they're like, lol shit, or something like that, and you're like, you haven't watched the video. You don't have a fucking clue. Like, it was like,
okay.
A perfect example of this is Justin Bieber, right?
Right.
He's as popular as he is now because people hate him. He's as popular because people went on his video specifically to write a shitty comment, but in doing so, giving one more video view, making him the most viewed singer in the world at the time. So and how the monetization works on YouTube, the more views, the more money. So you're actively giving him more money, you know?
Right.
It's kind of like
that goes.
It's kind of like going to. It's kind of like finding out that a band you really hate has a concert in your area, and you buying a ticket to stand in the crowd and go, "You're shit." It's pointless. It's fucking pointless. You know.
Yeah,
but what? Go back to what I said. I believe that football players deal with more, if not the same, level of abuse. Not only online, because they have more followers online than any of these other people that you hear about. Like Cristiano Ronaldo is the most followed social media person on the planet. Right?
Is he?
Yes.
Who?
Fact. Cristiano Ronaldo. Don't say who. The God, Cristiano Ronaldo, right? So
God.
And even small football players, nowhere near as good as Cristiano Ronaldo, nowhere near, right? Have millions of followers, yeah?
Yeah.
A small majority, but when you've got 2 million followers, a small majority could still be about 200,000 people, right?
You mean a vocal minority?
Yeah.
A small majority.
Yeah, that makes no sense, yeah. A small minority, could still be 200,000 people. So you got 2 million subscribers, 10%, could just follow you. Even 5% could just follow you just to berate you for being a twat, right? That's still 100,000 people. You know?
Do you think those people following him to call him a twat genuinely think he's a twat?
Yeah,
there's got to be at least some percentage.
But you could say that the other way. Do the other people genuinely think Caroline Flack is a twat, or they it's just their prerogative to try and be as aggressive and idiotic and abusive online as they can, you know?
I think there's an issue in understanding the psychology of people. I mean, there is a reason why lynchings and hangings and public executions were so. Some people typically a lot of people enjoy the herd mentality of being primarily aggressive.
Yeah.
I think part of this, the whole cyberbullying, is a transmutation of that into a modern age. So instead of putting people in the stocks, putting people in the stocks and throwing tomatoes at them, that's what people used to do for fun. That was enjoyable for them, right? So instead of that, it's just same
Keyboard
shit,
warriors.
different medium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Keyboard peasants throwing words which are rotten fruit.
Yeah. You know, but it's
And
like, yeah, but you very rarely, I cannot remember the last Premier League football player at any age to kill themselves over perceived abuse, right?
Right.
In, I don't know, 10 years, right? I can't think of one. Yeah? Love Island, right? In the last 4 years has had 3 cast members or staff member suicides
Shit.
due to perceived abuse, right? And it happens a lot. Like there's loads of people it happens with online. And it's sad that they don't get heard about because they're not celebrities, and I know people moan about that. But the thing is, as soon as it does happen to a celebrity, it's out there, and then suddenly there's more help for it anyway. So it's productive in a way, at the very least.
It raises the profile.
Yeah, it
of
raises
the
awareness anyway.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, I don't know if like players, because they're subjected to so much, have training for it. I'd imagine they probably do.
I think they almost definitely have training. But the more importantly, okay, I don't want to. Okay, I'm going to ask you some questions about Love Island.
Okay.
Answer me, right?
Turn your gain up on your mic a little bit.
So hang on. But better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. So in Love Island, do any of these people have skill, like special skills attributed? Like, do they have any kind of formal training in other backgrounds, make them raise their self-esteem and self?
Well, the thing is, Love Island contestants are usually people with a fair few Instagram followers already. That's usually what they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why do they have those
influencers, should we say?
Okay, but why do they have those followers?
Mainly because they look good in a picture.
Right.
Yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo, right?
Yeah.
Now, I don't care what you think about how he looks, right?
Yeah.
I would wager a lot of people think
dude.
he looks very attractive, right?
Yeah,
He's a good-looking dude, right?
Yeah.
But that's not all he has.
Yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo is world-renowned as almost world-renowned as the best football player of all time.
Yeah.
The GOAT, right?
Yeah, he is the GOAT.
GOAT football player, right?
Yeah.
But these people who go on Love Island, their sole attribute that measures their self-esteem and self is their appearance. And not just their appearance, but their ability to be liked for their appearance.
Yeah.
So if they lose at Love Island, everything that generates their self-esteem, is completely destroyed in one fell swoop.
Yeah.
But
that's like, that's
what?
I don't know.
Was that oversimplified for you?
No. It's like, I don't believe, like, would I be weaker mentally if I grew up beautiful? Would that happen?
Jay, that's not my point.
Right. Okay.
If you grew up beautiful, not that you're a beautiful man,
beautiful
right?
Man, yeah.
But the issue is making it your sole.
It's your skill.
Making it the only factor by which you determine your self-worth.
Yeah.
If you were still you, but had like 6-pack abs and Terry Crews's chest, right?
Yeah.
You'd still be you. You'd still have your ability. You still have skill. You'd still be a great people person. You'd still be very talented at art. You'd still be very creative, which are all things that give you happiness externally from the way you look.
Yeah.
Now, once again, I ask you these questions about the people on Love Island because I haven't watched Love Island.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming that a lot of these people don't have master level expertise at drawing or do creative writing or anything that isn't. I'm sure a lot of them are very good at sports in terms of non-cooperative sports like I don't know, weightlifting or hell, maybe even football, but not at such a level that they could be renowned for playing it.
Yeah.
I think the issue with and the reason that Love Island are committing suicide so much is because they lose purpose once they leave the show.
Yeah.
I don't know. Was Caroline Flack considered attractive?
Yes. I would say by most people, yes.
Right. So do you think that she defined her self-worth a lot by the way that she looked?
I wouldn't believe so.
Okay.
Don't know that. I wouldn't believe that she would.
But in
she
fairness,
was a very talented host.
I'm taking in fairness, I'm taking a very example because she wasn't a contestant. She was someone whose job was to present, so she obviously had that skill.
Yeah.
The only reason that maybe she could have fallen down further in her mental health, not saying that I understand why she took her life, but I am saying that the contributing factors around it are probably many, and definitely contributing is the fact that she got fired from a position.
Yeah.
A position that she took pride in, I would assume.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all these people that are committing suicide who are contestants took pride in being on that show, I would assume.
Yeah. Yeah. I just struggle.
What do you do with the misfit beautiful people in the world? What do you do?
Yeah. Is that Love Island's fault?
Is what Love Island's fault?
Is this happening? Should Love Island be held responsible in a way for these people's death? Because I don't think that they should. Because the fame or the infamy that these people seek, right, is the reason that they go on the show. The show only provides that. Yeah?
Yes. And people are voting with their eyeballs, right?
Yeah.
You turn on, you watch Love Island. People at Channel 4 are seeing that you do that. They watch the Nielsen ratings go up, and they're like, okay, well, this is clearly working very well. Let's not change anything about this because people like seeing attractive people do things with each other, right?
Yeah.
However, I don't think Love Island should be blamed.
Yeah.
I do think they could take on a more responsible role. I.e., for those contestants that do come on. Aftercare.
Yeah.
Aftercare. And not only aftercare, but try and make sure those that do come on are mentally prepared to do so. Understanding the intricacies of being on TV every single night. Understanding the intricacies of being talked to or looked at as purely the only thing that has self-worth about them is their appearance.
Yeah.
Imagine every day you show up to work and your job was to look attractive. And it was just like, you're doing a really good job. You're looking really attractive today, right?
It's basically what a supermodel's job is.
Yeah. And then imagine the next day you don't look so good. They're just like, yeah, you're doing okay. Imagine how much that would hurt.
Yeah.
That's your entire livelihood. That's your entire identity.
Yeah.
More thorough vetting of contestants, better aftercare. I think if Love Island wanted to be more responsible with it. I'm not saying they have to, because at the end of the day, they don't own these people's lives. They choose to come on. They understand what's happening. It's not like these people go on and they're just like, yeah, I don't think I'm attractive.
Yeah.
That never happens.
Yeah.
They understand what they're doing and they understand the purpose of Love Island because most of them have probably watched it already. They understand why people watch the show.
There's like the ridiculousness of Love Island is the prize, right? So the prize for winning Love Island, being the couple that win Love Island, you get a £50,000 prize, right? And then you can decide to share it with the person you won with, or take it all.
Just 50,000.
Yes, yeah,
Mate,
exactly.
the contestants are going to get ripped off.
Exactly. But, right, there was a girl on there this year called Shanice, the first ever Bristolian contestant on Love Island ever, right?
Hopefully the last ever.
She had about 10,000 Instagram followers, something like that, when she went in. By the time she came out, she had about 2 million. Right?
Jesus Christ.
They crunched the numbers, and if she did, product placement deals, which is what these people do after they leave Love Island, they become online influencers. She can earn up to £13,000 for one picture. One picture, right? And that is the reason why they go on, so they can do stuff like this. They never need they never ever need another job, because if you were smart with your money, and because they're only massive for about a year until another Love Island program comes around. They're only hot property for that year between the shows, and that's even smaller now because there's one every 6 months now, right?
Yeah.
So they've got to bank it. If you were really smart, right, you wouldn't go out and just get pissed and just spunk your money on new cars and shit like that. Like, fuck, you can have some fun, but you can make so much money and make sure you never worked ever again in your life.
Yeah.
But like, I think that it kind of goes to their head, like some of them, and I think the aftercare would help with
aftercare,
that. Because they need. I think they need someone to go, look, your money isn't infinite. There's going to be a massive drop off when the next Love Island series comes around, and you got to be ready for that. Because like some people, they'll just probably end up back and living with their mum and shit like that. After they've had their fun for a year. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think it amazes me how, because people could talk about football players like they are the stupidest people in the world, right? They talk about them like they literally are the stupidest people on the planet.
Yeah.
But they seem to be so much better equipped to deal with being in the public eye.
I think they undoubtedly have training.
And they don't just have the anonymous keyboard warrior abuse. They have abuse to their face in the stadium for 90 straight minutes of people yelling at them and like going, "You are the worst person on the earth,"
Yeah.
And not to mention all the racist abuse that ethnic football players go through on a daily basis. But it's very rare that someone from the footballing community commits suicide due to social abuse. Very, very rare. Like the big.
I think because I think also, okay, if I'm an attractive person, and I make fun of you for being an attractive person, right? Or I make fun of you for saying that maybe you're slightly less attractive, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever, right? That is completely subjective, right?
Yeah.
Objectively, these guys can measure their worth a lot better and understand that the hate coming from is, well, for the most part, unfounded. If you were a 30 pounds overweight guy in the stands saying, "What the fuck you doing, Lingard? I could have kicked that in easier." If Jesse Lingard was like, "Come down and do it," then that guy would, one, shit himself, and two, not be able to fucking kick the ball.
Yeah.
These football players know that the people in the stand are not the cream of the crop that they are.
Yeah.
Imagine your dad, right?
Yeah.
Let's say your dad has never played a video game in his entire life, right?
Yeah.
And you're playing WoW or FIFA, right? And he's like, what the fuck you doing? You're being shit. And you're playing like a 98% accuracy game.
Yeah.
You're almost winning, right? And you're playing against the hardest CPU or one of the hardest competitors you'll ever meet in your entire life.
Yeah.
And your dad's just like, mate, I could have made that. You're like, mate, you're stupid. You're wrong. What are you talking about? And that's, I would imagine, what these football players feel. On Love Island, these people are just like, am I this attractive?
Yeah.
Am I more or less attractive than this person? If I'm not as attractive, then my self-worth is lower.
Yeah.
And I think there's probably a constant battle for trying to maintain a level of pristine beauty. And it's a losing battle.
Yeah. I think what Caroline Flack posted a picture of it was just a quote, one of her quotes, and it's become like massively famous now.
Yeah.
And it was when you can be anything in the world, be kind.
Mm.
You know? And I think that's true. I think you just got to be. I don't know why people just got to be horrible for no reason, especially like people they don't know. Like, it affects your life none. And I think that for me, that means when I go, it affect my life none. That means don't fucking do it. What's the point? Wasted breath. And but to other people, I go, affects your life none. You go, yeah, because that's all right. I'll do it then because I got no repercussions from it. It's like a completely different thought process, you know. But I think we should leave it there, and rest in peace. All these people that have taken their lives because people were horrible fucking pricks, right? And and hopefully,
if you do have thoughts of self-harm or about taking your life, you contact someone.
Yeah,
there's always
the Samaritans,
someone to talk to.
Anyone, just talk to anyone, you know. Because I think it's fair. I think it's almost impossible to find someone on the planet that isn't loved by another person. By at least someone else, you know,
or has the potential to be loved.
Yeah, but like, I don't mean romantic love. I just mean love in general.
No, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. No, I know.
Yeah, you know, like people feel alone all the time, but they very rarely are alone, properly alone. You know, but thank you very much for watching and listening, guys. We will see you on the next podcast. I've been Jay.
Bit of a bittersweet ending on that one. I've been Zach. I've been Zach. I'm Zach.
We love you all. Here you go. If you think you're alone, I love you.
Yeah.
You got me.
That's just Jay.
Yeah, you got me.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, see you later.
Bye.